Well, hello and welcome to 10.3, Altering Data. All right, so we're going to look at some data sets again today. We'll have some tables, some charts that you'll need to fill in. But what are we going to do with these tables? Well, today we are going to determine the effect of changing a number within a given data set. So yesterday in 10.2, you talked about taking out the outlier, right? A number that was much less than or much greater than your data set. Now today you're either going to add or subtract a number from the data and then find your central tendency, which is your mean, median, mode, and range. Or you're going to actually change a number. You're going to take one number out and insert a different number into the data and then see what happens. What kind of effect will it have? All right, so big idea. Okay, you don't need to write this down, but just take a look here. So it says here, another thing you may be asked to do with mean, median, mode, and range is to imagine a data value that's being included, deleted, or replaced by another value, and then describe the effect of the set, right? So again, what's going to happen? Here's the original information. When you include it, delete it, replace it by another value, okay, now what is that effect? What does it look like? Okay, this will be solved the same way as when you take out an outlier. So we're going to solve it exactly the same as 10.2. We're going to create the chart. We're going to create the columns to go through it and show much work as possible. All right, so you see here our chart, and yes, I do expect you to put this in your notes here, so feel free to pause as we go here and make sure you have all this information down. Here's our data set. We have 10, 11, 16, 21, 47, 61, 67, 71, 80, and 96. All right, so here's our change, which is going to happen. We are going to add the number 92 to the set. So we're going to find our central tendencies, mean, median, mode, range, first. Then we're going to insert 92 into our data set, and then find all those after it's been added, and then tell what effect did it have on the original data compared to after the change. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and find the mean, median, mode, and range without the number 92. So the mean, when I add up those numbers, right, add them all up, I get 480. And there are 10 numbers in the data set, so 480 divided by 10, I get an answer of 48. And remember that we're rounding to the nearest hundredth if possible. The median. Right, all the numbers are in order ready, so we can chop off the beginning, chop off the end till we get to the middle. And in the middle here, because I have 10 numbers, the middle is 47 and 61, whatever half is that. To find that half, you can add them together, so 47 plus 61, and then divide by 2 to get that 54, or you can kind of count to see what's the halfway as well. So the median is 54. If I look at our data here, it doesn't look like anything is repeated. So we were going to say there's no mode. All right. And then the range, take the biggest number minus the smallest. So you get 96 minus 10, which gives us 86. All right. So that's our information with the original numbers. Now we are going to insert 92. All right, so let's take a look at our numbers here. Inserting 92, add now instead of 10 numbers, now we have 11 numbers, right? Because all we're doing is adding. We're not deleting or taking out anything. So if we add our 92, we get 572. And we're going to divide that by 11 to get an answer of 52 for our mean. Now that we added another number, right, so 92 is going to go right in here, and 11 numbers will take us now. Our median is 61. So if we kind of cut off our numbers from the front and the end, right, work our way to the middle, we'll get 61 as our median. And we still have no mode, right? We didn't add anything that was repeated that was already in the list, so no mode. And our range is also the same, right? We still have the biggest number of 96 and the smallest number of 10 to get a range of 86. So what does our effect look like from this data? All right, so if our mean, it got 4 units larger, right, by adding the number 92. Our median got 7 units larger because no mode, no change happened there. And with our range, no change happened there as well. The range stayed the same. All right, so we're going to do one more, making sure you get this in your notes. Feel free to pause so that you have all this information. And then your homework is going to be very similar to this, that I expect to see tables. All right, Here we have the numbers 51, 61, 76, 76, 79, 88, and 98. All right, so it says change the number 88 and replace it to the number 98. All right, so let's take a look at that here. Let's find it without that second 98. So we're going to use the 88 first here to find our original information. So let's find the mean. Add all those numbers up, and there are 7 numbers in the original data set to get a total of 529. Divide by 7, and when we round to the nearest hundredth, it's 75.57. Our median then, if we start counting in the middle, right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, oh, this 76 here is our median. Our mode is 76, so that's the one that it repeats itself. And our range is 98 minus 51 to get us a range of 47. All right, now this time you can go ahead and take your data, cross off the 88, and we're going to put a 98 in our data. And let's see what happens to our measures here, our central tendencies. So from the mean, taking out that 88 and inserting a 98, we get 539. And we're still dividing by 7. We took one number up, but we replaced it, so it still has 7 numbers to get a mean of 77. Our median, we take out 88, is still 76. That's still the same number. But look what happens to our mode here. Our mode, 76, is repeated twice. However, when we put 98, it is also twice, right? So we added a mode here. We have 76 and 98 for the mode here after the change. And our range stays the same. We still have the biggest number of 98 minus the smallest number 51 to get 47. All right, so let's look at our change here. We're going to subtract the change minus the original. We have a plus 1.43 units there from our original to the change by replacing 88 with 98. Our median has no change. Our mode, we added a mode to it. We added 98 to our answer. And our range was no change. All right, so there you go. We're making charts again. So on your notes, on your homework, I should see all that with work. Use your calculator, right? Round to the nearest hundredth, and away you go. All right, enjoy.